Ja, hallo, wir beginnen einen Flug von Paulo nach Lajes, das ist auf den Azoren. We just start with a flight from Lajes, from Sao Paulo to Lajes, that's on the Azores island. And I just want to show the
Gonna stop the walk around now.
I just want to show the difference between Flight Simulator 2004 and 2020. And now we are starting 2020. As you see here on the map, we are starting. Make it a little bigger. Oh, it's not possible. Doch. You see here, we start here and it's just about less than 1 hour flight. So I use some tools for creating the flight plan. I use little nav map, and I use also Copilot assistance. This is a small program, as you can see here, just to have some more feeling, some more real life feeling. And also I use self-loading cargo. It's a small program to add a little bit more passenger atmosphere. So I don't want to explain these programs at all. I think you can find a lot in. You just have to look in the internet, and there you find a lot about this. Maybe you can also use other programs. So, but I think are the ones I prefer in the moment. Also, you have here an option to use microphone. So all the you can reply every checklist here with your with your headset. So I just start with a pre-flight checklist.
We're ready to go. Weather reports look pretty good.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Checked. Test.
Flight instruments.
Just a moment, I forgot to. We have to start the battery before, because otherwise we have no energy in the. I will do it here now.
Tower Doubler Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo IFR to Lajes ready to copy.
Doubler Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo is cleared to Lima Alpha Juliet Echo Sierra Alpha Bravo Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 30 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 132.15 squawk 4744.
Doubler Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo cleared to Lima Alpha Juliet Echo Sierra Alpha Bravo Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 30 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 132.15 squawk 4744.
Delta Hotel 3 Romeo readback is correct. Contact ground on 118.3 when ready to taxi.
Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off. Set.
Checklist complete.
Hi, cabin crew, we're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi there, we're ready to go up here, so once everyone's on board, please feel free to close the doors and we can get going.
Okay, great. We're almost done.
Okay, we lose a little bit of time. So I will continue with the before start flow.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are on board and doors have been closed.
That's great, thank you.
Dear passengers, this is to inform you that the aircraft door is closed and we will be ready for departure. In order for us to push back, we would require that all passengers are seated with their seatbelts fastened and seats in the upright position. All carry-on luggage should now be either in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. The cabin crew will be passing.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, welcome on board the aircraft. My name is Steve, I'm your pilot today, along with First Officer David and your senior flight attendant Alana. She, with the rest of the crew, will be making our way around the cabin, making sure you're comfortable. We're not anticipating any delays, so we should be arriving on time at our destination. The guys on the ground have just told us they've finished loading the final bits of luggage into the aircraft, so we should be on our way very shortly. We are, however, waiting to receive clearance to push it back and start before we taxi to the runway. If you could help the cabin crew by getting yourselves so comfortable with the seatbelts fastened, that would be fantastic. Once airborne, we'll be starting our in-flight services, but for now, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door.
Locked.
Passenger signs.
Set.
MCP. B2155. Heading 1316880. Altitude 12000. Check. Takeoff speed set. Check. CDU pre-flight.
Set.
Trim.
Set.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Set.
Beacon lights.
On.
Checklist complete.
Start engines.
Starting engine 1.
Ground Delta
Engine 1
Delta
cut
Alpha
out.
Hotel
All
3
engines
Romeo
stable.
requesting pushback.
Starting engine 2.
Romeo pushback request accepted. Cap crew outdoors, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat.
Parking brake off.
The mask over your mouth and nose, like this.
Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. And eyes.
Okay, thank you.
Ground Delta Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo requesting the end of pushback.
Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo request and pushback received.
Ground Delta Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo with Yankee ready to taxi IFR.
Air Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo taxi to and hold short of runway 30 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Set.
Recall.
Navigating hold short runway 30
Check.
using taxiway Alpha Delta Hotel 3
Set.
Romeo.
Auto brakes.
Set.
Flight controls. Full left. Full right. Full back. Full forward. Rudder full left. Rudder full right. Check. Ground equipment.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Donna, 106 tower. Cleared ILS, X-ray runway 30 approach. QNH 30.39er, wind 010 at 22. Okay.
Cleared ILS X-ray runway 30 approach Santa 106.
Parking brake off.
Tower Doppler Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo ready to go runway 30 IFR to Lima Alpha Juliet Echo Sierra Alpha Bravo.
Tower Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo, cleared for takeoff runway 30.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 Doppler Delta Alpha Hotel 3 Romeo.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please. Thank you.
Flight deck, this is your first officer. Welcome aboard. As you can see, we have some pretty good weather, so we're not anticipating any delays. So sit back, relax, and we'll have you in the air shortly.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Feet alive. $80 knots. B2. Positive rate. Landing gear up.
Gear up, please.
feet.
Uppsala.
Delta Hotel Tree Romeo, contact Santa Maria Center on 132.15. Data 106 cleared.
Autopilot on.
Runway 30. Wind 010 at 22.
132.15 Dover Hotel Tree Romeo. Santa Maria Center Dover Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo is climbing through 1,300
Acceleration
feet or
altitude.
6,000 feet.
After takeoff
Delta Delta Alpha Hotel
checklist.
Tree Romeo, Santa Maria Center, continue as planned. QNH tree 0.39er.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear.
Up. Set.
Flaps.
Up. Up. Set.
Checklist complete.
Okay, sometimes a little problem to understand my response. But usually it works if you say set. So nice weather today. I think it's not always like this in the Azores. But we have no rain today on this afternoon flight.
Delta Hotel Tree Romeo climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Delta Hotel Tree Romeo.
Transition altitude. Check.
just like to explain a little bit this self-loading cargo program. So it's very nice. You have some additional orders, you can say here: turbulence, bad weather ahead. It's just for atmosphere. And also you have some issues you can show, or some informations you got here. Now I have all the service on automatic modus because it's much easier, and I don't want to share time with it. So just on automatic.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Here's some information information for the passengers, about the passengers here. It's not so important, but just nice addition. Here are some flight logs I've done before, and you also got some you got some information about your past, about every flight. You got some flight logs you see, and also some ratings, but it's very hard to improve, as you see here, because it's very strict, but it's nice. And here you have also some presets, but I don't want to explain everything. It's better you can inform yourself. You go to the internet, and then I think you will find self-loading cargo, and it's not too expensive, so it's no must-have, but it's nice. Because before, when I use the Flight Simulator 2004, I've got FS Passengers, and it was a very nice program, but that had much more functions like cargo and cargo calculation and fuel calculation and something more.
From the flight deck, this is your first officer. You are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Anticipated in the air is
maintain 12,000 feet,
flip off that seatbelt sign. However, if you do not need to get up and move about the cabin, please stay seated.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet under Hotel Tree Romeo.
Turbulence is unpredictable and can occur.
Okay, now we have a little problem with the default ATC.
Just to let you know, we've reached our cruise level. We're not anticipating any delays, so hopefully we will have you at your destination on time, as planned. As the cabin crew make their way around the aircraft, please make sure the aisles are clear of any items. And I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Now we have a little problem with the ATC from the Flight Simulator, because they're using the American system, and usually in America they change the QNH at 18,000 feet.
LNAV off.
But
Heading select on.
But in Europe we always have different settings where we set it to standard. So in Europe it's mostly about 5,000 or 6,000, 7,000. So I will use the American system, just pressing B, and you see now it's 39 inch again. So that's why he complained that we are too high. That's why I used radar contact when playing with flying with the Flight Simulator 2004. I used radar contact, but it's not working in the new Flight Simulator. It's very old already. As you see, we are... Oh, what's wrong here? It's not on the right. Oh, he lost... Oh, that's not good.
Delta Hotel Tree Romeo, you were 4 or 5 miles southeast. Descend and
I
maintain
LNAV
switched.
on, heading select off.
ILS runway 33 approach via Conley transition. Cleared to Conley.
I think I switched off enough.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
but no
Expect
problem.
ILS runway 33 approach via Conley transition. Cleared to Conley Delta Hotel Tree Romeo.
Okay. We have to go to 6,000.
Approaching top of descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, you'll be delighted to know that we will shortly be starting our descent, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you can make sure all aisles are clear for the cabin crew to start making their way around the aircraft, it would be most appreciated. Thank you.
VNAV off.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist.
Delta Hotel Tree Romeo, please expedite your descent
Recall.
to 6,000 feet.
Set.
Notes.
Set.
Auto brakes.
Set.
Landing data.
Set.
Approach briefing.
Completed.
Checklist complete.
Dear passengers, we have reached an altitude that requires all electronic devices to be switched off, including video
Ladies and
cams.
gentlemen, from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've begun descending to our destination. We're not expecting any of this, so we should have you on the ground in the next 20 minutes or so. If you could assist the cabin crew by tightening the train, handing them any letters that come around, it would be most appreciated, and make sure to fasten your seatbelts. For safety reasons, please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we've landed. Please also note that the
Passing 10,000 feet.
will shortly be out of use. Thank you.
I think maybe I did disconnect this nav modus here before. That's why we are losing the course, the heading. So
LNAV off. Heading select on.
I don't have to explain too much. I have to look at the instruments.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you.
Oh, it's already gone.
LNAV on. Heading select off.
I don't know why it happens. Sometimes I don't know, it's because of the last update or something, or if because of some mods I use. It's always a problem if you have some mods and there are
VNav on.
updates from Asobo. Some things going wrong and not working anymore. Maybe it's because when I'm switching in the cockpit. Oh, it's here. It's on. You see, nav is on. Should be on. I just switch here somewhere. I'm just going here. No, not possible. For example, I go here, map, back, and I look here. No, it's still on. I have to observe that.
Delta Hotel Tree Romeo contact launches approach on 123.3. Going to 123.3 Delta Hotel Tree Romeo. Launches approach Tower Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo 6,000 feet.
Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo launches approach. Continue to Cutley as planned. QNH tree 0.45.
Cutley, 33 Cutley.
And maintain 3,500 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet at Delta Hotel Tree Romeo.
VNav off.
I'm not sure. 33. I don't know, here's nothing to use, no runway. I don't know why or cannot choose anything here.
Transition altitude. Check.
Arrival, approach. No, that's not correct. Ah, okay. To choose.
Delta Hotel Tree Romeo, you are 15 miles southeast of Lima Alpha, Juliet Echo Sierra.
I should use this one. Load A.
Contact Lajes Tower on 122.1 inbound.
Okay.
Tower on 122.1 Delta Hotel Tree Romeo.
But now we just
VNav
passed
on.
Cutley.
Launches Tower Delta
So I go to hand
Hotel Tree Romeo 13 miles southeast inbound
modus.
ILS runway
Autopilot off.
23 approach.
It's always a problem if you choose too late approach procedures.
Runway 33 approach. QNH tree 0.45 with 045 at tree 4.
We'll try to fly by hand.
Cleared ILS runway 33 approach Delta Hotel Tree Romeo.
slower.
Landing gear down.
Cabin crew seats for landing, please.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Speed brake arm.
Speed brake.
Docker Hotel Tree Romeo, cleared to land runway tree tree. Wind 045 at tree 4.
Clear to land runway tree tree Docker Hotel Tree Romeo.
Set.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
So I started a little too late with the procedures, with the programming of the FMS. I think it's always a little bit late from the from the Flight Simulator ATC. So next time I have to look for the weather and for the runway, and then programming the FMS right in time. It was too late now, but we just do it. Nice scenery. It's just the default scenery. Nothing added here. Got a lot of wind here. 20 knots from right side. That's why I have to correct a little bit. It's very nice weather in Flight Simulator.
Minimum. knots, 80 knots. $60 knots.
Hotel Tree Romeo exit runway when able.
After landing,
Hotel Tree Romeo contact ground on 121.9. Dear passengers, welcome to our destination.
after landing checklist.
Please remain
Going to 121.9 Donner Hotel Tree Romeo.
lights are switched on. On behalf of the captain and his crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us. We hope you enjoyed your flight today and hope to see you soon.
from the flight deck, welcome to our destination. We'll be taxiing for a few moments, so please stay seated with your
Lajes
seatbelt
Airport
fastened.
information, Whiskey
The
1700
weather is
Zulu.
dry but cold outside, so you might want to have your jackets ready when you exit the aircraft. Once
Lajes
again,
Ground
thanks for
Tower
flying with
Delta
us.
Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo request taxi to parking. Air Delta Alpha Hotel Tree Romeo taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo cross runway Tree. Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo cross runway Tree her Hotel Tree Romeo.
As you see here, this program just switched also the lights and some other small things, so you just got a little bit help from the
Set.
first officer. So just go to the parking. This music is from the self-loading cargo program. So also a nice addition. Oh, we have to go to another parking area. It's on the other side. A little bumpy taxiway. It's a little bit like elephant riding.
Parking brake on.
Shutdown flow.
Cabin crew, doors to manual, please. Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open doors. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with us.
Okay. It was a nice flight. This is not very nice here, as you see the parking area. But I have the assistance for navigating on the airfield on, so sometimes it's very hard to find the parking slot. But you can also switch it off in the assistance menu. Okay, that was very nice, and I think I like to compare it with the FS 2004. I did the same flight a few hours before, but with another plane. But anyway, the difference is mainly that the scenery in the Flight Simulator 2020 is of course very much better, but some of the ATC and also some planes are
Shutdown checklist.
much more
Hydraulic
complex,
panel.
than in
Fuel pumps.
2020. For example, I have the RTR, or I have the Dash 8, and it's not included in the Flight Simulator 2020 until now,
Flaps.
but maybe it will come. Okay, good night and see you.